I was asked the question, how difficult is it to put the Newport NT300 onto your boat? Is it really complicated? How do you get it hooked up? How do you set it up? Well, I'm going to show you. It's actually really easy. First of all, you've got your outboard motor. So it's not very heavy. It's only, 20 some odd pounds. So it's about as heavy as a 2.5 horsepower gas outboard, I guess. And basically you set it on your transom, make sure your plug wire's out of the way, and then tighten the 2 clamps, just like you would with a trolling motor or a little 2.5 horsepower gas motor. Make sure you got them all the way snugged up. This tiller handle, if you see where my seat is here, it's kind of in my way. This tiller handle folds down and it also can lift up. And the motor can also be tilted up. And the other one is the one that locks it into reverse. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and tilt the back of the motor up. Now I've also done this from inside of the boat. So I've been out on the water inside the boat and I've done all this as well. The next piece we need is our battery. And this battery might look like a really big heavy battery, but I think this battery weighs like 28 pounds. And this is the 40 amp hour battery. So this is the big battery. This is the biggest one Newport makes. You can use third-party batteries. I'm using the Newport battery, and this is the biggest one they have. So it's not super light, but it's a heck of a lot lighter than a lead-acid battery that is this size. I like to keep the battery up here, since my seat is over here. I put my battery up here in front of me, and then this is the other end of the plug. Now, by standard, I think it only comes with this plug. So the standard way is you would plug it in right here, right next to the motor. In order for the motor to swing around, you have to have the battery sitting right there. But what I have is a cable extender. Newport sells this on their website. Basically, it just extends the cable. So you can plug either end into either end, and these are Anderson connectors. They only connect one way. And the nice thing is you got your red and your black, so you can see that, but this also only plugs in one way. I can't plug it in the wrong way. So you just clip them together till the rubber parts meet, and you do the same at this end. Those are called Anderson connectors, I believe. This block here, I suppose I could mount this somewhere, which would leave the wiring harness always in the boat. I don't know why it has this block. I guess it is so that I could mount this somewhere. Ideally for me, it would be nice if this was just one long cable and didn't have this little block in here, but that's the way this comes. And the only other piece you need is the safety lanyard, which, like all of the small electric outboard motors, it's just a rubberized magnet, and you set that right there. This other part here is just, they just give it to you as a loop. So I guess you put it around your wrist. With all that in place, you hit the power button. And when this is all hooked up, you will see this display will start lighting up. And that's one of the things that's interesting about the Newport, is the display lights up as soon as you plug it all in. And it's showing me I have 39.9 volts right now. And when you buy this setup, when you get one of these batteries from Newport, they always come with a battery charger. And the battery charger is pretty straightforward. Let me disconnect this. Basically, the way this battery charger works is like if you've used any other small battery chargers for 12-volt batteries, you've got your positive and negative jumper cables, and then you got your cord that plugs into the wall. And the way this one works is there's a light somewhere. I think it's here. And I believe it's red whenever it's charging and green whenever it's fully charged. And it hums and makes a bit of a noise. There's a fan inside of there. And what I have to do is when I'm charging it up, I take these rubber caps off of here. So there are these little rubber caps to reveal the bolts. Put these on there, plug this in, and that recharges the battery. I usually do that in my garage. So there you go. That's how to hook up your Newport NT300 to get started. And if you're interested in things like runtime, range, top speed, all of those kinds of things, I have another video that talks about that sort of stuff with this motor. And I'll link that video up here. I also have on my channel a playlist of a bunch of videos about electric propulsion, electric outboards, more videos about this motor and others. So if you are interested in this subject, I do have quite a bit of content about it. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe out there on the water.